Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 73 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sam.
How's everybody doing?
I know I'm doing great today. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. No complaints. I have no complaints.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Neither do I. Had a good day at work and good supper, and it's like all the things they're just good.
All the things are good.
All the things are good.
That's good. I hope everybody else is having a good Monday. Because I know you're listening from the future. So I hope your Monday was good. We have some good news.
Do we?
Yeah. New stickers arrived.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes. New stickers have arrived.
What do the stickers say?
The stickers say, proud guardian reading, tofu eating, wokarati.
That's right. They do.
Yes. And so we'll have those available at the vegan pop-up market.
Yep.
At the Vegan Center in Tonawanda this weekend. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yep. And if you're nowhere near us, just shoot me a DM or an email and I'll see if I can get you one.
That sounds great.
Because they're fun. And I think everybody should announce the fact that they are a proud guardian reading, tofu eating, wokarati.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right?
100%.
I had fun this afternoon. Guess what I did?
Well, if I'm going by the text you sent me while I was having my office hours at work, I'm going to say you made oat milk.
I made oat milk for the first time. I don't know what I've been waiting for. I had like all the accoutrement. I got.
Yeah, I bought you a milk maker.
Well, I have a milk maker. I didn't use the milk maker.
Oh.
Because the milk maker may be for nut milks and stuff. But
okay.
For the oat milk, all you really need is a blender, oats. You want organic oats.
Of course.
And a nut milk bag. That's really all you need.
And you've got all those things.
Yeah, and water, cold water.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was inspired by Josh of the Radical Empath podcast.
Cool.
He, on his YouTube, months ago, posted this video where he was making oat milk. And I'm like, why haven't I made oat milk? It's so easy. You just need oats and cold water. And then, on his...
What was that?
It's my brain trying to say three things at the same time.
I guess. Okay.
In his, he added protein powder, which is a good idea.
That is a good idea.
A flavored protein powder.
Yeah.
I just added a little bit of maple syrup.
Okay.
And a little bit of vanilla.
Okay.
And a little salt, because a little bit of salt always bumps up the flavor in things.
Yeah.
And, cold water and a quarter cup of oats and oat milk. Blend it in a blender for like 30 seconds. Strain it through a nut milk bag. You have oat milk.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And so how did it work out? Did you try your oat milk
I
after
tried
you ate it?
It was good.
After you ate it, after you made it.
Yeah. It was good.
Cool.
I don't know why I wasn't doing it before.
I don't either.
Now, I've had some trouble with store-bought oat milks giving me stomach aches.
Okay.
We'll see if this also gives me stomach aches, if it's an actual oat aversion that I have, or if it's something, because they add enzymes and stuff.
Right.
Because the oat milk will separate when you make it homemade.
Yes.
It separates, and you have to, shake it up or stir it up, whatever, before you use it. So the store-bought ones, they use like enzymes
to keep it combined.
Yeah,
to prevent the separation.
Yeah, for like emulsifying and stuff like that.
Right.
So maybe it's the enzymes
that you were having
that were bothering my stomach.
Yeah,
we'll
that
find
makes
out.
sense.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day, you were a big fan of Oatly.
I was to a point, except that Oatly is not made with organic oats, and oats are one of the highest how do you say those? Glycifieds or here I go again. Anyway, it has lots of pesticides.
Yes, lots of pesticides. Let's just say it that way.
It's one of the highest pesticide crops out there. So if you're eating oats or drinking oats, try and find organic, because otherwise oats are not good for you. I recommend, I think is it Chobani that makes the one that has organic oats?
Yes, I think so.
It's not completely organic, but the oats they use are organic, which is important.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
but really, for the most part, we've shifted predominantly to cashew milk.
Cashew milk, but the cashew milk is pricey.
It is. It is.
And even if I made my own cashew milk, cashews are expensive.
Cashews are expensive, right.
So,
there's no getting around that.
I I don't know. I would have to figure out the math to see if I could actually make cashew milk for less than, I'm sure I could make it for less than what they sell it in the store.
Probably.
The cashew milk where we live is like $5.50 or something like that. Something like that, right? It's over $5. I know that much.
Okay.
And
I thought it was $4.59 when I bought it last week.
Really? Well, you got a deal because it's $5 something.
Okay.
Anytime I look for it.
Okay.
And at one point, I just stopped buying it because I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Right. It's like my $7 hummus.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
But cashews are expensive. They're an expensive nut.
Yes,
so
they
I mean, I can understand it. So I was buying almond milk at our Aldi's, but it's not very good. Mm-hmm. It's really thin and it's just not
right.
Great.
The
only time I use milk is in my coffee. So
right.
Unless like sometimes with like a chocolate cake or a brownie, I would pour a glass of nut milk or something. But I very rarely just drink nut milk.
Right.
Or even before we were vegan, milk of any variety. I would very rarely just pour myself a glass of milk.
No, pre-veganism, I was the milk drinker.
Right.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed milk back in the day. Skim milk was my thing.
Yeah. But if you're looking for something, like a fun experiment to do at home, if you like playing in the kitchen and you have a decent blender, it doesn't have to be, we have a Vitamix, but it doesn't have to be a Vitamix, just a decent blender because it's just oats and water. It's not like you're trying to chop anything, huge up or anything.
Right.
Try it because it's really fun and doesn't take very long and it's really cool.
Well, I'm glad you had that adventure.
Yeah, so thanks to Josh from Radical Empaths. Josh and his partner Liz, they actually have a business that's called Rava Tea and Gifts. You can look them up online, and they sell stickers and stuff like that. And they have a podcast, which is Radical Empaths, as I said.
Indeed.
Check out their podcast.
I will.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
So I wanted to thank Josh for inspiring me to make oat milk because I've been wanting to make a nut milk of some variety for the longest time, and I just never got around to it.
Awesome.
I did today, and it was fun.
Thank you, Josh.
What else do we got? Oh, I wanted to talk. Are you familiar with VFC? It's a UK vegan chicken brand.
I have heard of VFC, yes.
Yeah, they're like a KFC, but it's all vegan.
Yeah.
Well, they did this ad campaign, which was really funny. They took all the trolley comments on all of their posts and turned them into billboard ads.
Yeah, I saw this. I read this when you sent it to me, and it's hysterical.
They're pretty funny, and like one of them, when you pull up the article that this came from, it's a picture of one of their chicken sandwiches, which
looks amazing.
Really delicious. It's like a vegan barbecue chicken sandwich. And next to it says, I'd rather stick a wasp up my bum. Apparently, somebody, and then they put the person who said it at Wayne from Facebook.
Right, exactly. And so when you scroll down in the article, the next one is next to a beautiful looking vegan chicken stir fry, which looks super yummy, and I would love to have that. It says, I'd rather eat dog poop rolled in breadcrumbs.
Rolled in breadcrumbs. Yeah. I'd rather eat. And then it's emoji of a dog.
An emoji of poop.
And the poop emoji.
Yes. Rolled in breadcrumbs. Yeah. And that's from @Mark from Facebook.
Thanks, Mark from Facebook.
Thanks, Mark. Yes. And then another one further down says, I'd rather eat my dog.
Yeah. This one looks like it's on the inside of a bus. It's like a bus ad.
Oh, that's definitely the tube.
Yeah. Or it's the tube.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I'd rather eat my dog. Yeah. I just thought that was really clever way to shout out all the people that are trolling them.
Yeah, not only that, but I think it works really, really well because, even just the very first picture, I'd rather stick a wasp up my bum. Okay, so number one, can you imagine how uncomfortable that would be? I mean, really, just to think about this for a second.
Well, getting the wasp up there would be a problem.
It would be.
But once the wasp is up there, he's not going to be happy.
No, there's nothing good about that idea at all.
Yeah, I just have to tell you, when we started this podcast, at no point did I ever think we would ever be discussing somebody sticking a wasp up their bum.
No, that wasn't on my radar either. So you know what? We're in uncharted territory.
Thank you, VFC.
Yes, thank you, VFC.
For that.
So, but this I'd rather stick a wasp up my bum next to this beautiful looking sandwich. that has to make just about anybody
Go,
what?
Yeah.
No, that can't be right. Okay, hang on a second. I think I now need to try this VFC.
Right.
Yeah. And so
it's a good campaign.
I think it's brilliant. It's funny. It's non-judgmental. It's just, here is this incredibly delicious looking food next to the stupid things that trolls are saying about it.
Yeah. And I thought it was appropriate because this week, they call their ad campaign, Would You Rather? And this week, we're doing a game week, and we're going to be playing
Would You Rather?
A Would You Rather game. So I thought it was appropriate to talk about that article.
Yeah, I think that's an outstanding connection.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. But before we get into any kind of games or anything fun like that, I wanted to talk about the recipe we made this week.
More to the point you made. You always give me recipe credit. I get no credit. I should have no credit.
It's the royal we. The royal
there
we.
You go. Okay, royal we. That's fine. Yes.
So so let's just jump into that. Let's talk about this week's recipe from our Vegan Cookbook Challenge. So this week, and that's the royal we, made a recipe out of the Herbivorous Butcher's Cookbook.
Nice.
If you're not familiar with the Herbivorous Butcher, they actually have a vegan butcher shop in Minnesota. And they make all kinds of really great looking vegan lunch meats and stuff.
Yeah.
And this cookbook is really, it's really cool. They have all kinds of recipes for seitans and different meats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't jumped into all that yet.
Okay.
But I wanted to do a recipe out of this cookbook. So I did a recipe that is kind of very humbly named.
Yeah.
It's called tofu appetizer.
And there you have it.
There's no descriptive, clever title or...
No.
And it doesn't tell you anything about what's in it or what it tastes like. It's just called tofu appetizer. And I think the reason it's called tofu appetizer is because they base this recipe on a tofu appetizer that they love from a restaurant in Minnesota that they go to. It's called the Lucky Dragon Riverside. So maybe that's what it's called on the menu.
Maybe.
Tofu appetizer.
Could be.
So they go there every week and they get their, how many times can I say tofu appetizer?
I don't know.
But anyway, they do. They get their tofu appetizer. And they said the only reason that they're even attempting to recreate it is because many of us don't live in Minneapolis and we don't have the opportunity to taste it. So if you go to Minneapolis, definitely look up the Lucky Dragon and see if you can get your hands on their tofu appetizer.
I wish I'd known this the last time I was in Minneapolis.
Right?
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very good.
Okay. And this recipe gave me an opportunity to pull out my wok.
All right.
Which I haven't used in forever.
Gotta love a chance to use a good wok.
Yeah. It's a kind of a crispy tofu, but it's different. It's flavored different than any crispy tofu recipe that I've made thus far. Mm-hmm. Chinese 5-spice and some other things in there to give it a really unique flavor. Mm-hmm. And it's an interesting method, given that you're cooking it in a wok.
Yeah.
So you cook some of the other elements, first in the oil in the wok. Then you coat the tofu with the spices and cornstarch and flour and some other things.
Okay.
And then so you take the other things you were cooking out of the wok and you put the tofu in the wok. Then you take the tofu out of the wok. Then you put some other things into the wok. So it's it's kind of a fun recipe. Whereas there's a lot of crispy tofu recipes out there.
Yeah.
And you could totally make this one not in a wok. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't be quite as adventurous if you just did it in like a shallow frying pan.
Okay.
Because the way a wok cooks is different,
Sure.
So that makes this recipe unique to me because I don't use my wok a lot.
Right.
And now I'm like looking at wok recipes. I'm like, yeah.
Nice.
Looking at wok recipes. We'll make some stir-fried rice and,
yes.
Ramen. ramens and different things. And just the method of cooking in a wok is so much different than if you cooked it in a frying pan.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different method because the heat is so intense and relegated to that little circle down in the middle where you have to keep things moving. And it's just an interesting method. So,
yeah. Well, the outcome of Christine's labors over the tofu appetizer were really delightful. We got some lovely crispy tofu, creamy in the center, a nice combination of spicy and tangy, like a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice, a little bit of tang. I liked all of those things. Texture was fantastic.
Yeah.
And though it's labeled as a tofu appetizer, Christine actually put our tofu over our evening salad.
Yeah, put it over a salad. We could have just eaten it as an appetizer and then had the salad, but I thought it would be good on the salad.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great choice.
It was.
I loved it.
Yeah, so again, the cookbook is the Herbivorous Butcher Cookbook, and it's 75 recipes for plant-based meats and all the dishes you can make with them.
Nice.
And yeah, if you're ever in Minneapolis, Minnesota, definitely check out their brick and mortar because I would like to get there.
Yeah, we'll have to put that on the list for the not too distant future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great cookbook, and I look forward to diving a little deeper into it because, you know, there's some time-consuming recipes in here.
Well, sure.
When you're making the seitan and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Making lunch meats and sausages and...
Still, though, how much fun. What a great challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, this cookbook alone could be a cookbook challenge. Just making your way through this cookbook.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might have to do that.
I might. So that was our recipe of the week from our Vegan Cookbook Challenge.
So that takes care of this week's recipe. And very shortly, we'll be moving on to our main topic, which Christine already mentioned is going to be a game because we haven't done a game episode in a long time. But before we do that, we wanted to toss out this little noteworthy piece of information, which is that Punk Rock Vegan Movie is now available on YouTube.
It is. Yeah, I don't know if you listened to a couple episodes back. We were talking about Moby's new movie, and now it is available for free on YouTube, and we will be delving into that and probably doing a review on it in an upcoming episode.
We sure will.
Okay, let's move on to our main topic.
All right, let's do it.
Our main topic this week is a game week, and it's the hardest would you rather questions for people who love food.
Yes, and this quiz is taking place on BuzzFeed, and the title of it is actually 15 Food Would You Rather Questions You're Not Mentally Prepared to Answer.
I think I'm mentally prepared. I don't know about you.
I'm fine.
Do you think you're prepared?
I do. I'm good.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So the first would you rather, and now we're going to alter some of these because this is not a vegan article.
No, it's not vegan based, but
we will alter to make it appropriate. So the first would you rather is, would you rather give up cheese forever, and that would be vegan cheese,
of course,
or give up vegan chocolate forever?
That is so a no-brainer.
What are you going with?
Well, I've already essentially given up vegan cheese. I don't eat much vegan cheese at all. I don't go looking for it in any way,
So you're
shape,
giving
or
up cheese for chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm giving up chocolate for cheese.
Knew that was going to be true. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's view the results to see how other people voted.
More people would choose to give up chocolate than cheese.
That's interesting.
Actually, I don't think that's surprising.
Really? I'm surprised by that.
No, I'm not. You have to remember that cheese, and in this survey, in the BuzzFeed survey, they're not talking about vegan cheese. They're talking about cheese.
That's true.
You know, cheese is highly addictive.
That's true. So these people are addicted to cheese. 54% of people would give up chocolate forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it could be argued that chocolate is also addictive for different reasons. But, you know, the casein in cheese and the casomorphins and all that good stuff, you know, actually makes cheese literally addictive.
Okay, this second one is kind of, this one does, I think, fall under the category of one of the hardest things you would have to choose from. Would you rather only be able to eat ravioli or only be able to eat dumplings. Now, these are two very similar foods.
Yes.
That you can put a huge variety of fillings into.
Yes.
But they're still pretty different.
Oh, yes.
Which would you give up?
I would give up ravioli. I would say I would only be able to eat dumplings.
You know what? I hate to say it, and my Italian heritage probably won't like to hear this, but I also would give up the ravioli.
Yeah. I just love Asian style dumplings.
Yeah.
In all their forms.
Yeah.
So much. They crush ravioli for me.
They crush. Let's go to the results and see how people. This was a tied situation. 50% people could not choose.
Wow.
50% across the board.
But if you look at the actual numbers, okay, 204.4 thousand people have said dumplings, whereas only 202,000 people have said ravioli.
Right. So technically number-wise,
dumplings are in the lead.
People did choose the dumpling.
Yes.
Yeah,
statistically, it's even, but by actual hard numbers, dumplings are winning.
I find it pretty amazing that 204,000 people voted on this quiz.
Well, really, 406,000 people voted on this quiz.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, right? Including us.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The number 3 would you rather is, would you rather eat every meal with ketchup or would you rather eat every meal with mayonnaise? Of course, that would be veganese or a vegan mayo of some sort.
See, I don't want to have to eat every meal with either of these things.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of either ketchup or mayo. So, for me, ketchup belongs on French fries only. And mayo should really be confined to, a sandwich or maybe a coleslaw, something like that. But they're just not regular players in my food vocabulary. So
you have to pick one.
If I have, but every meal
you have to squeeze it in somehow.
I guess I'd have, because I guess ketchup. I guess.
Really? See, I'm totally going mayo because I think mayo, you could slip mayo into a meal much easier than you can slip. Ketchup is such a
specific flavor. Oh, well, maybe if we talk about using the veganese to make salad dressings or something.
Well, you have to use it in every meal. So I'm thinking, how am I going to use the mayo, right?
Right.
I can use the mayo in cream sauces. I could use
salad
the mayo
dressings
in salad dressing. I could use the mayo on a sandwich, like you said.
Okay.
I'm going mayo.
Yeah, okay. I will also go mayo then.
Oh, I swayed your decision.
You did.
Let's go to the polls. 62% picked ketchup.
Yeah. Well, I think that makes sense. Just because, there are plenty of people who maybe if they are omnivores are used to having, fries, with a burger. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's ketchup on the burger, there's ketchup on the fries. Mm-hmm. I think ketchup is more pervasive.
I suppose so, but I actually like mayo on fries.
Well, that's very European of you. It's how the Dutch do it. That's for sure.
Definitely mayo for me.
Yeah. I mean, I since you explained to me sauces and dressings and things like that, then yes, I'm with you on mayo.
I just feel that mayonnaise is a much easier ingredient to integrate into other foods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wasn't thinking that way. Yeah. I was thinking, okay, I have to have it in its original form.
Right.
And in that case, I think I would probably go with ketchup because I find mayo by itself kind of gross.
Sorry, mayo lovers out there.
Yeah, like I said, it belongs on a sandwich and maybe in a coleslaw, and that's about it.
All right, moving on. Number 4. Would you rather eat pizza for breakfast every morning or eat pancakes for dinner every night?
This is also a no-brainer for me. Pizza for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm going pizza too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge pancake fan.
I'm not either. If I'm going to have a breakfast baked good, like of that kind, I would go for a waffle over a pancake any day. But pizza for breakfast, yeah, bring it.
Yeah, I'm also pizza for breakfast. Let's see, go to the results and see what other people. Hey, we're not alone.
No, not even
70% of people said they would rather eat pizza for breakfast than have pancakes for dinner.
Yeah, pizza is just, I think, so universal.
But you can put so many different things on a pizza. Like a pancake is a pancake. No, granted, they're not really. I mean, there's a picture on here and it shows your typical pancake with
butter and syrup. Yeah.
But you could make a savory pancake, I suppose.
Oh, of course you could.
Right?
Absolutely. You could totally make a savory pancake.
Yeah. But pizza, I think you can just do so much more.
You can also make
a
breakfast pizza.
Yeah, you can make breakfast pizza.
Make an awesome breakfast pizza.
Yeah, make a pizza with a tofu scramble on there, some vegan bacon.
See?
I'm going to make that tomorrow.
But I have to go to work in the morning. I don't get to stay home and have breakfast.
I'm not going to make it tomorrow.
Okay. Maybe Sunday or something.
All right. You want to read some of these?
I would love to. Okay. So I can already tell that I absolutely know how each of us are going to answer this next one.
What number are we
This is
up
number
to?
5.
Oh, okay.
And I know that our answers will be different. So the question is, would you rather give up sugar or give up salt?
Yeah, I'm giving up sugar all day long.
And I'll give up salt all day long.
You know, sugar I think is worse for you.
Well, it may be. It depends. You know, salt is terrible cardiovascularly.
Salt also, too much salt can be bad for you.
You know, and sugar should not be overdone by any stretch of the imagination. It can lead to weight gain and all that kind of lovely stuff.
Again, I am thinking like a cook. How do I get without salt? You know, how do you live?
Yeah,
you know,
right. And I'm thinking of someone who eats things.
I want sugar.
Well, no, it's just that I know. I think in terms of, and because of course the pictures here, the give up sugar is showing a picture of chocolate chip cookies, and the give up salt is showing a picture of potato chips.
Right.
And so I would much more easily give up potato chips and anything else even remotely like potato chips than I would give up chocolate chip cookies.
I wonder if the pictures sway people's answers.
Of course they do. That's the picture's job.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to give up chocolate chip cookies for the rest of my life,
right.
Then that's
now,
a different story.
If they just showed with give up sugar, a pile of sugar.
Yeah.
And give up salt, a pile of salt.
Right.
Most people would not be able to tell the difference between the two.
Oh, no.
So
that would be very bad.
Yeah. So it would be very hard to discern. There would be no like emotional or, you know, memory-based or imagistic attachment to the idea of giving up one of those things.
Right. So how did people vote on this one?
Most people would give up sugar by 67%.
Wow.
So 67% of people would give up sugar and 33% would give up salt.
Yeah, I just couldn't live without salt and salty things.
I'm okay. Yeah. That doesn't bother me. I mean, of course, you know, I like a tiny bit of salt in my food or on my food to, you know, make it more flavorful. But in terms of snacking in particular, I can do without the salty stuff. I go for sweets 98% of the time. So
true.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay, moving on to number 6. Would you rather have a world without French fries or a world without onion rings?
That's a toughie, but I'm going to go with a world without onion rings.
This is going to surprise you, but so am I.
I just can't imagine a world without French fries.
I can't either. And I love onion rings. I really do. I have a deep, abiding love for onion rings.
Okay.
I mean, and we've had some really good onion rings in our adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Those quinoa crusted onion rings.
Yeah, if you're ever
Fresh in Toronto.
If you're in Toronto, go to one of the Fresh locations. I think most of the locations, I think there's 3 Fresh locations in Toronto.
It's
3 or 4.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a upscale diner type. At least the one where we got the
Fresh on Spadina.
Yeah, on Spadina. They make these
quinoa crusted onion rings.
Yeah, they're quinoa crusted. They're so good.
They are seriously to die for.
Yeah, and they serve them with like this chipotle mayo.
Remoulade. Oh,
yeah.
It's so good.
Really good.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So
now, if I had to live in a world without those forever, that would be tough.
You've actually been okay because we've only had them once. And
I know,
you've survived.
I still dream about them.
Okay, good to know. No, I think that French fries are just, again, more pervasive.
Yeah.
You know, we're more likely to have a potato, like a fried potato as a side to a meal than fried onions.
And as vegans, more often than not, the French fries at any given establishment
are vegan.
Are edible for us.
And the onion rings frequently aren't.
Yes, the onion rings frequently aren't because there's maybe eggs or milk in the batter that they use. So if we got rid of French fries, it might seriously harm us.
No, it wouldn't. I think we would be just fine without French fries.
I mean,
yeah, but
I'm just saying it might limit us when we go to restaurants and all they have that we can eat is French fries. And now we've already gotten rid of French fries. We're living in a world without them. Now what do we do? I'll just have water, please. Thank you. So how did everybody else vote?
89% said a world without onion rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are not letting go of their French fries.
No. Again, French fries are just, I think they're so ingrained.
Yeah.
You know, as a thing, just in Western culture in general.
Yeah. I mean, freedom fries, baby.
No. French fries.
Remember when people were calling them freedom fries?
And no. French fries.
That was so utterly ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
All right, moving on. Now, this one I think is a little bit tough. Okay.
Yeah, this is a toughie.
Would you rather never eat grilled cheese again or never eat mac and cheese again?
I'm going to have to eliminate mac and cheese, believe it or not.
Really? I'm surprised.
Because I just can't imagine a world where I can't have a nice toasted cheese or grilled cheese with a bowl of soup.
I hear you on that.
You know, that would just be sad.
It would. It would. Because there is just something to be said for, you know, toasted cheese and soup.
Yeah. I mean, mac and cheese is good, but I don't know. Grilled cheese is like a comfort food for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. And I agree. Like if we say we can never eat mac and cheese, we still have other forms of pasta that we could consume.
Right.
So
since we hung on to the mayo, you know, we can make some sort of creamy pasta dish. Doesn't have to have cheese in it.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna say that I will never eat mac and cheese again.
And what did other people say?
This is funny. 60% said that they would never eat grilled cheese again.
They would get rid of grilled cheese?
Over mac and cheese.
Oh,
yes.
Those people are wrong.
Well, no.
Yeah, they are.
They made the choice that's right for them, Pinky.
Well, they chose poorly. For all of our How I Met Your Mother fans, I don't know if you remember that episode where the knight keeps showing up and telling Ted how he's chosen. You chose poorly.
And you tip.
Yes.
Poorly.
You tip poorly. Moving on. Oh, number 8.
Yes, we're up to number 8. And this is a good one. Would you rather give up bagels for a year or give up pasta for a year?
I hate to let go of bagels, but I love pasta, so...
Yeah, I don't think I could let go of pasta for an entire year.
Yeah. I mean, I can... There's other bread products I could use, and I could even cut them into circles to remind me of bagels.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't think I could give up pasta for a year.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, it's
just for a year, though.
Right. It's
not
just for
like
a year.
Some of the other ones were live in a world without.
Right.
And
no, this is just a year.
So I'm getting rid of the bagels just for a year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Definitely. And we are in the majority. 87% said they would give up bagels for a year over pasta for a year.
I'm actually surprised because a lot of people love bagels.
Well, I mean, yeah, I love bagels too, but I don't know. You put something so specific like a bagel. A bagel is one single bread product.
Right.
Pasta is so many things.
Right.
sure, it's the spaghetti or linguine that you have for dinner, but it's also the, elbow macaroni and a pasta salad. It's also the orzo or the ditalini that's in your soup. It's,
right.
There's just so many.
It limits you. So a lot further than getting rid of
it. Really,
bagel.
really does. It's the soba noodles. It's
right.
the brown rice noodles. It's,
oh my gosh.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
If you're taking out a whole category here, I would not be able to do that.
Yeah, sorry, bagels. Kicking you to the curb.
Yep. Bagels are gone. All right. Next, we have number 9. Would you rather give up cake forever or give up ice cream forever?
I'm giving up ice cream.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
I know. Surprising, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am. I'm giving up ice cream. And I think that's because we haven't had ice cream in a really long time.
No, we only seem to have ice cream anymore if it's
at
birthdays. Somebody's birthday or something.
Birthday parties. Yeah, because there aren't a lot of options for decent vegan ice cream in our immediate area.
Yeah, I mean, there's some decent ones out there, but I've never been a huge ice cream fan.
Right.
You, on the other hand,
I like ice cream.
Have been a
Very
huge
much.
ice cream fan.
Yes. But, a lot of the non-dairy ice creams, they're sold in small quantities and they're very expensive.
Yeah.
And
like, here's a
lot
cup of ice cream for $8.
There's not enough flavor variety. There
Right.
aren't enough options. So it's
it's
just
gotten
not really worth it.
I think it's gotten a lot better, but I still would give up ice cream any day. I am not giving up cake forever. Not that I'm a huge sweet eater, but I like cake.
No, cake is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cake is good. And actually that cake I made at Christmas
That was good.
made me fonder of cake. It made me go, wow, I should make cake more often.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't because we do not need cake.
No.
But it was a good cake.
It was a good cake. It was a lemon cake with like a raspberry
filling. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
good.
awesome.
It was good.
Yep.
Number 10 is a little strange. They do make a vegan Lunchable and there are vegan cup of noodles, but number 10 is, would you rather eat Lunchables every day for a year, or would you rather eat cup of noodles or cup noodles every day for a year?
Again, no brainer. I'd go for the noodles.
I'm going for the noodles too, even though the pictures shown here are neither one of these products are vegan. I know they do make a vegan Lunchables. I forget which brand makes it. The vegan grocery store in Tonawanda carries it if you're interested in vegan Lunchables. And there's tons of vegan ramens that you can get in the cup.
Loads of vegan cupo ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of them are very good.
Yeah. So I too am going with but I don't want to eat either one of these every day.
No, I don't want to eat one of them either. But, if I have to, if this is the thing, I have to.
Yeah.
I would much rather have a cup of noodles for lunch each day than Lunchables.
Yeah, me too. How did everybody else vote?
Well, let's see. I'm going to eat a cup of noodles every day. We are in the majority. 58% said that they would eat cup of noodles every day for a year.
Okay, that's good. This next one is interesting. Would you rather get salad pizza every time you order a pizza, or get a Hawaiian pizza every time you order a pizza? I know how Sam's going to vote on this one.
Well, yes, because it's a philosophical imperative.
Yeah. You don't like the pineapple on pizza thing.
Pineapple on pizza is wrong.
Yeah. I'm okay with pineapple on pizza.
You are wrong.
And yet I would still pick I like the salad pizza. It's just a pizza with vegetables and arugula on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much every pizza I would eat.
It looks really beautiful. Like it's got some fresh tomatoes and it looks like some roasted veg underneath a pile of fresh arugula. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we would have it for breakfast.
Or fresh rocket for our friends in the UK.
Yes.
I'm totally going with the salad pizza, even though I don't know why they're calling it a salad pizza. It's just a veggie pizza with some arugula on it.
All about salad pizza.
How did everybody else vote?
We are in the minority on this one.
No kidding. People picked Hawaiian pizza over a salad pizza just because They called it a salad pizza, I think.
I have no idea why people chose what they chose, but I'm just saying we're in the minority. So 42%.
I'm surprised by that.
42% of people said that they would choose the salad pizza, which leaves the Hawaiian pizza with 58% of
I'm
vote.
really surprised by that, considering how many people are so adamant about how it's so terrible to put pineapple on a pizza.
Well, I think even more people are more adamant about there should be meat on pizza.
Oh, maybe that's it.
I think it's more about the ham than
I think
the pineapple.
that's the deciding factor there?
I do.
Wow.
That's my guess.
Yeah, you're probably right. Number 12. Would you rather eat onions on every meal you eat or eat pickles on every meal you eat?
Onions.
I'm going onions too. And even though Sam is a huge pickle fan,
I love pickles.
On every meal, that would be a bit much.
Yeah. I think that onions are far more versatile.
Look, anytime you cook a recipe, 9 times out of 10, one of the first instructions is going to be dice an onion.
And toss it in a frying pan with some oil and garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think onions are way more versatile.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And so as much as I love pickles, I do.
Yeah, you can't have them with every meal.
No, definitely not. So I'm choosing onions. We are in the majority on this one. 62% of people would choose onions over pickles on every meal.
Not surprised. Not surprised by that at all.
No.
Number 13, would you rather give up Nutella, which is not vegan, so we would be giving up Nutiva or some
other varieties of vegan
or
Nutella.
Give up peanut butter. Now, there's no time constraints on this one. It's not give up forever. It's not give up for a year. It just says give it up.
So that means, I think if it just says give up, then give up like that
forever.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not giving up peanut butter.
No, me either.
So I'm giving up the hazelnut spread.
Giving up the hazelnut spread. Yep,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can get a chocolate hazelnut combo in other ways.
Yeah. How did other people vote on that?
Most people voted to give up Nutella to the tune of 57%.
Yeah. I think anybody that would give up peanut butter, just unless you're allergic to peanuts.
Yeah. Actually, it was funny. We had this conversation in my improvisation class today.
About peanuts?
Oddly, yes. Someone mentioned something about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
And so after she mentioned the peanut butter and jelly sandwich and what kind of jelly was on the sandwich, to which some people went, ugh, and other people's like, oh yeah, that's good. We had to go around and everybody had to say, number one, if you have this kind of sandwich, is it peanut butter? And 2, what would be your jelly of choice?
Oh, what was the jelly of choice?
It varied.
First, what was her jelly?
Her jelly was strawberry.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
People went, ooh?
Yeah, some people don't like strawberry jelly.
Oh. And what did most people say?
Most people went back and forth between strawberry and grape.
Right.
Those were the 2 biggest that were put out there. But we also got some raspberry thrown in there and some tamarind thrown in there, which I thought was really cool. And then I was the only one who said apricot.
Oh, yeah, because they probably haven't tried it.
Oh, no. As soon as I said it, a bunch of people went, oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Peanut butter and apricot is really good.
It's delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely delightful. So, yeah. So, and I did run into I think it was 2 or 3 in the room who are highly allergic to peanuts.
Oh.
So they said it would not be peanut butter. It would be sun nut butter or almond butter or something like that, but it would not be peanut butter.
I think it's sad for all of you people allergic to peanuts. I am
sorry.
Yeah, my heart goes out to you because I love peanuts and peanut butter and
anything to do with peanuts.
All things peanuts.
Yep.
Number 14. Would you rather... Oh, this is a toughie now. This is a tough one. Would you rather a life without tater tots or a life without mashed potatoes?
I don't think that's hard at all.
Really?
No.
You're going life without tater tots?
I am going life without tater tots.
This is hard for me because I love tots.
Well, but the thing is, we already kept French fries.
So we still have French fries.
We still have French fries.
French fries are not tater tots. The cool thing about tater tots is is the surface area. You have a much larger fried, crispy surface area.
True.
Could I take my mashed potatoes and turn them into a tater tot?
I don't know. I don't think it would be successful. Because tater tots are not mashed potatoes.
No, they're just kind of macerated.
Incredibly finely diced, yeah. So it wouldn't be the same.
It would not.
But
I hate to say it, but
it's got to be mashed potatoes. Like, I'm sorry, there's just nothing. I know we don't eat
no,
mashed
you're going
potatoes
with
a lot.
Giving up the tater tots. And
I'm keeping the mashed potatoes. Okay. Yes, because number one, if I didn't, it would be a travesty to my people. But also,
yes, it would be kind of like denying your Irish heritage.
Right. Well, you denied your ravioli, so
I know, right?
Right.
I'm really torn on this one.
I really just think that mashed potatoes are such an amazing comfort food. You know, I mean, remember when we were both recovering from our appendectomies?
Oh yeah, mashed potatoes all the way.
It was yeah.
I
just want mashed potatoes.
Yeah. So I guess you're right. I guess I'll live without tater tots.
Living without tater tots.
Yeah.
And we are again in the majority. So 69% said they would choose a life without tater tots over a life without mashed potatoes.
You want to read this very last one?
Sure. Number 15. Would you rather give up soda for a year or give up candy for a year?
I'm not a fan of either one of these.
Right.
So I could actually give up both for a year and it wouldn't affect my life in the least. But I will say give up candy for a year.
Okay. See, now, I like both of these things in certain instances. So, like, for example, I've recently gotten into Poppy, which is a prebiotic soda with apple cider vinegar in it, and I really love this stuff. It's
not
great.
Sponsored by Poppy.
Not sponsored by Poppy by any stretch of the imagination. And so I've gotten into the habit of having one Poppy a day with dinner. And so I would miss that if that went away.
Yeah, I think you would.
I think I would miss that. And I don't think I would have trouble giving up candy, because if we don't have it in the house, I don't go seeking it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just around the holidays when we end up with candy in the house, I will eat the candy, but I'm not going to go out and buy candy.
Yeah. Now, this is just for a year. So, yeah, I'm definitely giving up the candy because I'm thinking with soda, the only time I drink soda is as a mixer.
Right.
So, you know, if I can't have a rum and Coke.
Right.
Not that it's a huge drink of mine.
No. But still.
I still like a good rum and Coke every once in a while.
And you like a whiskey and ginger ale.
Whiskey and ginger. Yeah, so I have to give up the candy. I'm not a huge candy eater, so it wouldn't be really hard for me to give it up at all.
Yeah, I'll give up the candy too, just because I want to hang on to my Poppy.
Right. Same as addicted to the Poppy.
I'm not addicted to the
Again,
Poppy.
Not sponsored by Poppy.
And we are not sponsored by Poppy. But no.
But if you would like us, Poppy, if you're listening.
Oh, stop.
We would be more than happy to, accept a sponsorship on Sam's behalf.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so we're giving up candy for the year.
Yeah, goodbye, candy.
Okay. Actually, we are in the minority, not by a lot, but 48% said they would give up candy for a year, whereas 52% said they would give up soda.
Yeah, I figured this one would be close, given that they're both sweet things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was supposedly the hardest would you rather for people who love food. I don't know if I would go so far as to say it was the hardest. That might maybe a bit of hyperbole, but there were definitely some tough ones in there.
Yeah,
the potato one in particular, the ravioli,
Ravs versus dumplings.
Yeah, there were some, because they're similar things, and yet
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now here's one down here under the more like this. There's 20 would you rather questions for people who love Indian food.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to get into that.
No, we're not. But I'm just saying it's there.
So they're all Indian foods? So would you rather...
So. I'm going to click on it just to see what it says.
Would you rather have palak paneer or...
Oh, no. The first one is, would you rather eat... And of course, this is not vegan, but would you rather eat butter chicken or chicken curry?
Oh. I like... the sauce in butter chicken, which you can make vegan. There are vegan recipes out there, and I would like to make it sometime.
Yep. And then the next one is potentially vegan. As you know, a lot of Indian cuisine does have ghee or some other form of dairy in it. Paneer is a big one. But the next one is, would you rather order yourself some dal tadka or dal makhani? I love dal makhani.
What is dal makhani? Remind me.
Makhani is tomatoey. It's really spicy tomato dal.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that.
No, we're not. But
because every one of them will be, this isn't vegan, but.
Yeah, well, and not only that, like if I look at it, it's just going to make me hungry because yum.
Yeah, we just had dinner. You shouldn't be hungry. Didn't I give you enough food?
You did, and I'm not hungry right now, but I'm saying if you keep showing me pictures of Indian food.
You're going to want Indian food.
Yes.
We'll have to head up to India Gate and get some
Yes, I agree. We will.
Indian food.
That would be delightful.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Hey, what do you have a reason of the week from your 72 reasons to be vegan?
I surely do.
And stop calling me Shirley.
Cute. Very cute. Yes, I do. And this one is for the Star Trek fans out there. The 27th reason to go vegan is you can live long and prosper.
I'm doing the thing. You can't see it.
You are doing. She's doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
The Spock,
the Spock salute. Yes. And just to give you an idea of what is behind this reason, this chapter details how when scientists compared the 5 eating styles of 840 study participants, and so these include vegans, lacto-ovo vegetarians, meaning they eat eggs and dairy but no fish or meat, pesco-vegetarians, also known as pescatarians, who eat fish but not meat, semi-vegetarians, who eat meat more than once a month and less than once a week, and non-vegetarians, or omnivores. Okay, so of those 5 eating styles, okay, they discovered that vegan bodies contained the most antioxidants.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So the vegan diet is naturally high in vitamin C and E, plant pigments like carotenoids, and minerals like selenium. So they help to zap away all the free radicals that are attacking our bodies, both from other foods and the environment, and help us to live longer, healthier lives.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all good.
I'll take it.
I don't eat enough fruit, though. You know, I was thinking.
Well, and I've been thinking that lately, too.
And I mean, it's wintertime, so there aren't a lot of...
Not a lot of fresh options.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of in-season fruits, period, around here. Apples are still considered in-season at this point. But most of the apples that you buy at the store come from Washington. Or
yeah, exactly.
Else.
They're not really in season here.
Well, they are, because if you grew apples here, the apples that we could have bought from anybody here at a farm stand or whatever, if kept in the right environment, would still be good today.
Okay.
So they are considered a winter fruit.
I just think of them as being fall.
I mean, they come out in fall, but they keep through the winter. I just don't eat enough fruit. I don't eat fruit, period.
No, we need more fruit in our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, we were doing pretty well there for a while with berries. We do well in the summer.
That's the thing. It's in the summer, there's all kinds of fruits available. And
right. And we are often getting, berries from our farm share. And I tend to buy
apples.
And I tend to buy watermelon in the summer. Yeah. And because I love watermelon and things like that. So yeah, we do go through a
fruitless.
We go fruitless.
It's fruitless.
Yeah, we go kind of fruitless in the winter.
Which probably isn't good, but look, we live in this part of the country where fruits aren't readily available this time of year.
Right.
So, I mean, we're still getting vitamin C and things like that from greens and other vegetables.
For sure.
I mean, we don't have scurvy. I mean,
No, because we're getting plenty of vitamin C from other places. And also, I actually have been eating some dried fruit recently.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts.
No, it does.
Does it?
It still does. Yeah. But we had some dried cherries in the pantry.
Oh yeah, that came in that vegan snack box.
Yeah. And I had those when the vegan snack box came, and that reminded me that we had a bag of dried cherries in the pantry.
Oh. And we also still have some frozen berries.
Yes, which I think we should do more often.
Yeah.
Like just, kind of thaw out some of the frozen berries and
you can make smoothies.
Or, have them as a treat after dinner. Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah.
But if you out there, not Sam, still eat a lot of fruit during the wintertime. And if you're living in an area where fruit's not readily available in the wintertime, let me know how you incorporate fruits into your life. If you're buying frozen fruits or if you're still just buying the fruits that are available, at the supermarket.
Yeah.
I'm just not, because I'm not a sweet eater. Fruit does not come to my brain. Mm-hmm. Sam's more of she craves fruits.
I do.
I never really crave fruits, and I like apples and I like pears. I'm not a huge citrus fan.
I love citrus.
I'll eat it if it's here, and the only reason we would have any fruits usually is because Sam buys them.
Yeah.
But I don't seek them out, and I don't crave them. But I know I probably should be eating more fruit.
Yeah, no, I do. I will have specific fruit cravings, and sometimes it's citrus, and sometimes it's berries, sometimes it's mango and pineapple and kind of tropical type fruits.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's watermelon, but especially when all of those fruits are in season, I really do get pretty strong fruit cravings.
Yeah. I like bananas too, but then I recently read a thing put out by by Food Empowerment Project. That bananas are, again, one of those crops that we have to be careful about.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're coming from.
For sure.
There's a lot of unethical stuff happening in the banana trade. So I do like bananas. And when I spent time in Hawaii, I ate tons of fruit.
Well, sure.
It's
right there.
If I'm anywhere where the fruit is like fresh and
plentiful.
Fresh and plentiful. And I know it hasn't been sprayed with stuff, like I was picking stuff off trees in the yard where I was living, like papaya and banana and all kinds of really interesting citruses you can get in Hawaii and any place in a tropical environment like that. They have all kinds of really crazy different citruses. But in general, I don't crave fruit, and I know I need more fruit. So let me know how are you getting your fruits? I want to know, all you fruity people. Send me a message. I want to know how you're getting your fruit, what fruits you're eating, how you're preparing them, all that jazz.
Alrighty then.
I don't know. I went off on a fruit tangent.
You did. You did.
It just struck me earlier. I was thinking, I don't eat much fruit, and I probably should be eating more fruit.
Yeah, that was a veritable fruit frenzy.
It was. Okay. You want to move on to housekeeping?
I think we should.
Go ahead.
All right. So we are, of course, still running our fundraiser for Food Not Bombs at our Buy Me a Coffee site. That is, of course, for the Buffalo chapter of Food Not Bombs. If you're not familiar with them, they are an absolutely fantastic global organization that provides vegan food for those who are experiencing food insecurity. So if you would like to give to that campaign, just hit us up at www.buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers.
Yep. Hey, this Saturday, the 11th, that's February 11th. I don't know when you're listening to this, but it's February 11th. We'll be at the Vegan Pop-Up Market at the Vegan Center in Tonawanda.
So excited.
Yeah, and we'll be selling, of course, our T-shirts and our buttons. We'll have plenty of vegan information, and Sam's got tons of things she's been crafting. Of course, her knit goods and some bracelets.
Yep,
and
we've been doing jewelry.
These new things that she's making that I didn't even know existed. These fairy lawn stakes, garden stakes.
I'm calling them fairy wands.
Fairy wands?
Yes.
But they're for, I guess, for fairy gardens, if you do fairy gardens.
If you do fairy gardening.
Fairy garden.
Yep. Or you can toss them in your herb garden or into your potted plants.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
They're so pretty, and they're sparkly and lovely, and I've just been having so much fun making them. So we'll have those going on, and so some exciting stuff. Next, you can subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah, I never mention it, but we do have a YouTube channel, and I put the podcast up on YouTube, full length, every week for people to listen to, because not everybody listens to podcasts on a podcast app.
This is true.
And a lot of people do prefer YouTube. And the cool thing about YouTube is it's kind of better for community kind of stuff, for commenting. You can comment on YouTube, and I get notifications if anybody comments on our videos. And you can it's better for starting conversations. None of the podcast apps have that capability.
Right.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
So So subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want, check out the podcast there.
Yeah.
And
you never know. We may actually wind up doing some video someday.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do cooking videos and stuff like that and put them up there. But for now, we are just putting the episodes, full-length episodes, up on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe there. Join our Patreon. The link's always in our show notes. There are 3 different levels of support that you can join, and each level comes with its very own bonuses. So check that out. What's next?
Next, of course, if your podcast app allows, please feel free to leave us a review. We would greatly appreciate that. We always love the feedback. And of course, Christine wants the 5 stars.
5 stars. But leave us a review. Give us some feedback. The one thing about a lot of creative endeavors in the world that we live in now is feedback is hard to get.
It is. So, it's a challenge. For sure.
Yeah. It's like, sometimes it feels like we're yelling into a void, So feedback's always good. Definitely leave us a review, and 5 stars if you think we deserve it.
Absolutely. You can also share the show with a friend or family member that you think would enjoy what we do. Sharing and liking and all of that good stuff is really the best thing that you can do for any content creator, and it just helps get the word out there.
Yeah. And also share our social media. Share and like and comment on all of our social media stuff. That definitely helps us to battle the nasty algorithms.
Absolutely. And that, of course, costs you nothing at all.
Nope, not a dime.
And finally, if you are able and willing, please join the AFA Vegan Voter Hub and give to their great work if you can. As you know, the AFA, or the Agricultural Fairness Alliance, is working hard in Washington to highlight vegan interests and, what's the word I'm looking for?
To lobby?
Thank you very much.
Is that the word you're looking for?
Yes, to forward vegan interests and to lobby to get some of those interests considered in the new farm bill.
I just remembered what I wanted to mention earlier in the show when I had a kind of senior moment and couldn't remember. What I wanted to mention was last week I said we were going to talk about the AFA and some of the work that they're doing right now. But there's a lot of data. And I've been talking to Connie, and I want to get with Connie and have her update some of the data that I've been able to get my hands on that she was talking about in the past. And so it's just a lot of stuff to sift,
put together.
To sift through. And I want to do, it justice.
Absolutely.
I don't want to just wing it. So that'll definitely be happening sometime in the future. I just want to be able to, I want to do it right.
Yeah,
so
make sure you're fully prepared.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Plus, there's just so much, bad news going on in the world. I thought it'd be fun to do a game night. We haven't done one in a long time.
It's true.
So I hope you enjoy the game nights. Let us know if you enjoy the game nights.
Yeah.
Leave a review and say, these game nights are really annoying, or I love the game nights. I can play along, whatever. Let us know.
Okay.
And I think that's it. That's wrapping up episode 73. Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking it out and listening to us for an hour.
Indeed. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Thanks for giving us an hour of your time. We really appreciate it. And we hope you all have a fantastic week.
We sure do.
We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Do you want to support the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast? Well, you can do that by joining our Patreon page. We have 3 different levels of support, and all 3 come with their own special bonuses. Hey, you can support the podcast and get yourself some really cool merch. All the links and deets are in the show notes. We'll catch you next week on the next episode of Compassion and Cucumbers.